Stop your buzzing.
I know, I'm going to do it now. There you go.
God, stay in there. Got to get some normal colour back in it. I'm not having enough of this ginger.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening, everybody.
This heat is broken.
Heat is broken. You should have got yourself a coffee.
That's the point, actually. There's a coffee machine.
I'll bet you're bored of coffee, though, aren't you?
Mate, don't go on about coffee. Mate, my job is making coffee. I'm like a barista.
You're a coffee man.
Yeah, I'm a coffee man, man.
Coffee
I'm really good
man.
at what I do. Job.
Coffee man Dan.
Coffee man Dan. Yeah, there you go.
How is everyone? Evening, John. Dan's cold, bless him.
I should be used to this.
Good evening, Wayne Fleet Mags. How about, right, what you should do is set fire to your shed. Evening, Jim.
Set fire to the shed.
Yeah, set fire to shed. You won't be cold then, will you?
Mate,
if you think it's bad now, how are you going to survive the snow?
Don't.
Evening, Caitness. I don't know how you're going to survive it.
Don't. Just don't. Don't.
Ward 10 installer, good evening. Bit late this, isn't it?
What?
It's a little bit late this.
I know, but we like being late, don't we?
Well, I went out for dinner because it's my daughter's birthday yesterday, and decided, obviously with the Manchester Magnet Men with their raffle, I didn't want to impose on that, so I thought we were going to go 9, then I found out about that, so then we went 10.
Yeah. I give up with that heater, I can't be asked, you know.
So what we got? Nathy Boy, good evening. Mr. Big Drew, Jack, Terry, Lee's Magnet, good evening. So how's everyone doing?
It's,
You look freezing, mate.
Mate, I am.
Send warm hugs to Dan.
Yeah, man.
Alright, if you're not going to set fire to your shed, just set fire to your feet. Hi, Deborah.
I'll pass that.
I'm good, thanks, Stephen. Hope everyone's doing okay. Just seem a bit weird. This is like past your bedtime, isn't it?
No, mate, I was just said to Mum inside, I have to go to bed at like 12, but what works, man? Works on Saturday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and I'm off, I'm working Saturday.
I feel, Leo, whatever happened to World War II, Wendell? Haven't got a clue. They sort of just disappeared.
I don't know, to be honest, because I was actually subscribed to them as well. I am still subscribed to them now.
I am, but nothing's happened in months, has it? Peterborough Magnet Fishing, good evening. Nice to see Dan out on the last video. Yeah, it'd be nice to see him do a bit more, actually.
Because, to be honest,
he was doing a lot of walking.
We did that weekend. I didn't too much.
No.
Down to I had stuff on the side that I just got to clear my head with something, to be honest. But
better luck next time.
Stuff going on in the background, isn't there? But,
there's always something going on in your background. Hi, Elizabeth, Racker, Essex Magnet Hunters. Good evening, brilliant day, Sunday. Love the video. Tut. Getting into trouble. You're going to have to stop hanging around with people like me.
Yeah, the Essex Magnet Hunters. You guys are absolutely brilliant.
Nearly as crazy as you.
Nearly, yeah.
Hi, Paul.
I realised the video, though, to be honest. Now I need to apologise for now. There's so many beeps.
Justin Tash, thank you very much. Good evening. Smash the like button. Yeah, that's it. Right, I've got a couple of things I want to talk about anyway. What about you, Dan? You got anything you want to talk about?
Nothing much, to be honest, no.
You need to get out more, mate. So, good evening, Restoration Charity Shop. And anyone else? Right, Dan, I've got something here that Oh, you could hang on your wall.
Go on, let's see.
You ain't got one of them ones, have you?
I've got some of this. The picture's gone. I'm gonna have to see when it comes through there. To be honest, I'm gonna see in a minute.
I'm drinking Jaffa Cake coffee tonight.
Wait, what?
Jaffa Cake coffee.
Oh, I can't have a coffee.
Can you not see it yet?
No, it's coming through now. Oh, there we go. Yes, yes. Can I hang that on the wall to the many
Look.
hat places? Yeah, a magnetar hat. I wouldn't mind the one, to be honest.
Do you want one of them?
Yeah, I'll have one.
Because I got that one.
Oh, yeah.
And I got that
Sick.
one.
How many you got?
And I got that one. So I don't really need 3, so... Do you want one to hang on the wall next to your other one?
Yeah, I'm starting to make up. If anyone wants any ideas what to send me for a fan mailbox, just send me hats. There you go.
Send him a woman. Inflatable if you want.
No, I'll pass on that.
But also, what I got was... They gave me this as well.
Oh, God.
Look.
That's insane.
But it's a little on the big side. So I've choose 2 choices. Eat more or look ill. And also they sent me that. So they sent me that as well. And also they sent me a box.
Send you a box.
They sent me a box. They sent me this box.
Oh no, I've got a few ideas.
They sent me this box, look. Can you see that?
Yes, I can see it.
Now, this is like obviously all packaging. We have a knife, yeah? Look. Through the packaging.
Yeah. Jeez, Nigel. You know, I want to have one of them to add to my collection, so...
So we open that. And then inside, it's got this little thing here that's quite heavy. This.
I've been looking at a magnetar magnet for God knows how long, you know. So I was looking at one even before I got the Beast, but I never thought about even getting one until now. I don't think.
No, you see, they do that, and it comes with this.
Oh jeez.
And the idea with that is it slides over it to protect it.
Yeah. It's meant to be like a solid magnet.
It is a solid magnet. It is heavy. It is a big lump of a magnet, that one. And put that on there. And as you can see, on the top, it's pretty magnetic. And even on the side it's just the same as well. And on the bottom it's just the same. And you've got to be really careful, because when I took that out the box, it nearly pulled my belt off. It's that powerful.
Just not twisted down a while, isn't it?
Seriously, I mean, for something of that size, it's amazing how much power it's got. Now that I will be trying out on Sunday, just to see what it performs like. So that is, obviously, 400 top, 400 bottom, and 400 round the sides.
Yeah, so
now,
60
there's not really any other magnet like it, and I think that's what makes it quite unique, because nobody else has really done one where it's all the way round. Most magnets you see are in a clamp, and you don't really get the magnetism on the side. You see the cover goes on it. Now that's not magnetic in any way, but yeah,
very smart that is.
that is a lump of a magnet. But like I say, it needs a protective case, because the minute, you know what I'm like for bridges, I always hit bridges, don't I? So
yeah.
I think that would shatter. But the idea of that is, once that's on and the clamp's there, it is a single-sided magnet, but it's magnetic all the way around. So yeah, that's something I'm going to be trying out at the weekend.
Yeah.
So big thank you to Magnetar for sending me that. Interesting concept, but I do really want to try it. I'm going to move that knife before I put it down, because that could hurt. So, like I say, it's single-sided. There's its bolt and everything to go on it. I've seen one in action, but that's going to get a proper test at the weekend to see what it's like. So, a week on Wednesday, you'll see that video, and we'll do some comparisons with other magnets to see what it's like.
What I'm saying, you would not want to get a grenade stuck to the side of that, would you?
I don't know, because the Beast is still rated more, because that's just an all-round magnet, so it's a bit of a weird one. Let's have a look. Let me catch on some of these comments. Now I can hear them pinging away. Choc and coffee together. Yep, Jaffa cake. Good evening, everyone else. Evening, Steve. Got the pot figures. Now I have my own Dan and Nigel. Voodoo dolls. Yeah, go for it.
Yeah,
Oh, it's Hannah, not Brett tonight. Good evening, Hannah. Hello, Phoenix. Dudley Dippers. Oh, there's so many people on here now. Let's have a look. How many we got? 62. Oh, we got a thumbs down. Evening.
We've got our hi Nigel and Dan. Here we are again from Germany. Nice to see you. We are waiting for a mug with your faces on.
Oh, blimey. That'd be like an horror story.
It will be, won't it?
Yeah, so if I do apologise if I don't read all the comment. How heavy is that magnet?
I think
I would say it weighs as much as the Beast. I really would. I would say that definitely weighs as much as the Beast. So we'll be doing some different tests on it. So we'll see what it's like.
next thing you need is a boat, and you can go magnet fish from there. To be honest, if I get your name wrong, I'm sorry, Felicia, I've turned around and I've said to Nigel, right, about getting a boat. But if I ask him now, look at his reaction, Nigel, would you want to go in a boat with me?
I've found 2 speedboats, big cruisers.
Yeah.
Very
But
posh
would you
ones.
go in a boat, a rowing boat?
Not with a rowing boat, with you in control, no. Give me a big speedboat, a cruiser, anytime.
To be honest, speedboat, but would you be able to go through the canals with me?
Yeah.
You, me, but
I know somebody, I was at his place doing some work yesterday, and they both sat there. They're like new. I don't know whether he's going to agree with all the stuff going in the back of it. That's the only problem.
yeah.
Steve's got 2 boats as well, you're right. These are big boats. These are like 6 or 8 seaters. They're a good size one. So they're just sitting in his garden, and he might be up for a laugh. I'll have to find out. But yeah, we could definitely see about that. But we just can't do anything at the moment because we can't mix. Hi, Keith.
Yeah.
So,
How's Shirley doing at the minute, Nigel?
yeah, he's all right. I spoke to him. He's doing fine. So
Doing good.
I think he's missing being out with us. Hi,
Definitely,
Nick. How are you
yeah.
doing? So, what's your plans for the weekend? Very quiet weekend in London for a change. No
Yeah,
groups,
me.
no collabs, very quiet. Just fancy.
No,
It's been a long time since I've had a quiet week, so I just fancy a quiet week. So,
maybe I want to start doing some videos for the channel, Nigel, on metal detecting. I've had a word with someone, and it possibly could be happening. It's just I got to wait for stuff.
right, okay. I think you
I
should
may-
do Dan's Dynamic Adventures.
What for this?
I think you should do. And Dan's Restorations.
To be honest, I've just got to see how things go. To be honest.
You could do a daily blog of your life on YouTube.
No, my life's boring, mate. There till 2 p.m. making coffees all day. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you should do that. Get a body cam.
A body count.
Yeah. I can handle quiet, Steve. It's been weeks since it's just been like a couple of us.
Oh God, no! I apologise if
It's Felicia.
It's
How could you get that wrong? Dan.
I had 2 days off, mate.
But anyway, another thing that I was going to do. Now, I've spoken to a lot of the magnet companies, and I want to do a proper test on all the magnets. It's not to discredit anyone. It's not to say one's better than the other. It's just to say they do what they say on the tin. Now, I've approached a few companies. That's how obviously I've ended up with the Magnetar. They had no problems. I've got another one coming from somewhere else. I've got another one coming from another company. There was a company that wasn't interested, but at the end of the day, it's their decision. I'm not going to name names, but there was a company that wasn't interested. They believe their product works fine, which is entirely up to them. It's their decision. But, this was just a completely impartial test. It was going to be none of it done by hand. It was all going to be done by machines with proper weigh meters, and it was just more to prove that, that there's a lot of good magnets out there. And if one's rated at, say, 300 kilograms, I think it should take the test at 300 kilograms. If it doesn't, then it's not that I'm going to put the company down. It was just to show everybody what it's like, But like anything, not everybody's interested in having the products tested. They've got their own opinions on them, in their eyes they all work, which maybe they do. But it's something that I'm put on hold for the moment, but I probably will be doing it in the future. I just think it'll be nice to see all the magnets from all the big companies go in a test against it, not going up against each other, in a test together, just to prove they do exactly what they say. Yeah. Well, I think it'll just be interesting more than anything, but if everyone doesn't want to get involved, then it's not really a fair competition, but we'll see. We can renegotiate and see.
Definitely. Yeah, just to clarify, after last week, I have not lost my job. Don't worry, I was on break. On break.
And I think the next one I'm going to do is, I've come up with an idea. We're going to test a grapple up to destruction. So I'm going to be contacting people who do grapple hooks, and I'm going to actually test them till they break.
Well, you could have a durability test.
Oh, I want to physically destroy them.
Well, we just destroyed one grappling hook after.
Oh no, that didn't take much, did it? Well, the equipment that I've got access to will lift 20 tons. Now, I know there's no grapple hook out there that's going to take that. Mine might, but we're going to see. That's going to be the next one. We're going to do a test on grappling hooks. We're going to order from all the main companies, and we're going to actually test them to destruction. What do you reckon? That'd be fun, wouldn't it?
To be honest, yeah, I love destruction. So
and that's another reason I don't want to do it by hand. That's why it's all going to be done by machines. It's all going to be measured. We're going to measure the weight before they break or bend. I just think it would be an interesting thing to do. So let's catch on some of these comments. I will give Shirley your best. Yep. Can't wait to test my 550 Pro series online magnets. It arrived today. If it's the online magnets ones, it's got to be the 500. If it's the 550, that would be the magnet store.
Well, just to be fair, they need to be all new magnets. Oh, they are going to be all new magnets.
Sorry guys, I hit the unlock button by mistake. We'll hit it again and take it off. Oh, I got sorry. Thanks for introducing to magnet fishing. Just started recently. Thanks to you guys. A lot of people have said that recently. Considering I only started it for a bit of fun, I'm quite surprised people will give you some inspiration. That's the first time I've ever done that to somebody.
Yeah, I'm not really need inspiration, to be honest. I'm really not.
You need inspiration, Dan.
I do. I do need inspiration to us.
He's failing. Not Nigel, Dan. I've been working since 4:30. I'll try and keep up. Fine, Paul. Fridge magnets. Well, I don't know. I don't want to test them. I just want to. I don't know. I just like to break things and try things. So that thing looks interesting. When I saw it, it comes out looking like a porcupine every time. They said, could I test it with coins and that? Well, I don't go out fishing for coins, so I want to test it in the real world with some proper things. So that could be interesting.
A magnet's not designed to pick up coins. Seriously, if
it does, that's fine. But a fridge magnet will pick a coin. The little tab on my phone case, that'll pick up a coin. So let's not mess around with coins. Let's mess around with big things.
Yes, bigger. I nearly said somewhere else there, but no.
I think you're right, Steve. I think the beast will take some beating. And I've decided, on my beast's birthday, which is in December, because I've got a brand new beast as well, I'm going to put them both to the test. And I'm going to see, after 2 years worth of abuse, has it lost any of its strength? That's going to be my test. I think it's got to be done. On its birthday, it's going to get a treat.
Yes.
You guys rule. Alaska loves North Ants. Brilliant.
It's a bear test down also. You can definitely tell not been out for a while because something happened in the newest in one of the video we took at the weekend, didn't I? I could definitely tell I'm not been out for a while.
I don't know, you walked about 22 miles during the day, just not 22 miles in distance, just back and forth.
Yeah, yeah.
Wait until you test the magnet you have there in front of you. It's, I won't say the word, all over the beast on all tests I did. Yeah, I mean, I'm still undecided. I still think in a pull test, the beast will hang on to something better than that will. It's rated less. I don't. At the end of the day, they're different magnets. That's a single-sided magnet. It ain't gonna. It may find things, but on a round side, you're never going to grip onto it like what the beast would. So I'm still undecided with it, but I want to try it because I like to try something different, and that is different for purely the fact it's all round. But I don't know. I still think. I think they're different magnets. I really do. That, in all fairness, is a single-sided magnet. It's just single-sided on both sides, so it's not gonna. I don't think it's going to have the strength of the beast, which is 500 one side. That's 400. So I'm not really convinced about that. You know, I'm going to put up. I've ordered a Gravity from Online Magnets as well because I gave the other one away, and I'm going to put that up against the Dockbuster because they're in the same sort of class. And believe me, we've got something big to lift with that. So it's going to be a blooming good test, that is. You know, but that it's not. I don't know. They're not in the same league. But I don't think it's a competition of which is best. It's just, do they do what they say they do? And that's all I want to know, really. You know, in my mind, I know that the big magnets are not much good on thin metal. All the big magnets need really thick, heavy metal. So
you are going to test the magnets, and it's going to be a first. It is going to be a first. This is going to be a proper test, a fair test.
Yep.
It's
going to be no pulling by hand, machine lifted, machine dragged on a drag test, because then no one will say, "Oh, you pulled it harder." Everything's going to be pulled via machine, so it's going to be done with electric winch and a HIAB. They're both going to be done the same, so there's going to be no differences in its way it's pulled, but it's just to put things up against each other, and I think it would just be interesting to do, to be honest with you.
Definitely.
So let's have a look. Right, I'm going to catch up on some of them. That's it for the test to be fair with Manx New, and that is why I'm going to be doing it with new magnets. I'm definitely not going to be doing it with used ones.
How do you make an electromagnet?
Yeah, no, the trouble is I won't want to do that at low voltage. If I'm doing this high voltage, but it's going to fry anybody around it.
Definitely, it's not safe. If you're thinking about doing an electromagnet, don't do it. It's not safe. Stop.
Well, it is if you get the voltage down, but you know me. I don't do things like normal people. I'll take a generator.
You would have to physically. It wouldn't be safe for the public. It wouldn't be safe for people.
Well, make sure you're holding the wet rope, yeah?
No, I'm not.
Out! I'm being attacked by a dog.
The little birdie said you pair had Shirley out on Sunday.
Sorry? Hang on, I've got hundreds of comments.
Apparently
Blimey.
we're Shirley out the weekend, guys.
I'm just trying to catch up. I don't know. Oh, the comments are coming thick and fast tonight. Right, let me try and catch up, and I'll try and catch up to where Dan is.
I'm at the bottom. I'm seeing all the new ones coming.
Yeah, I'm about 30 minutes behind. Yeah, okay. We'll try and keep up. Anyone else that's joined us, thank you for joining. Sorry we're later than normal, but like to be a bit different. Best test it on Dan.
Wait, what? No, I've not seen videos for a while.
If you got an old suit of armour, we could do that.
I know somebody who has a suit of that.
Oh dear.
I'm not joking, I do know someone who has a suit of armour. But I don't think that they would actually let me use it down to it's meant to be old and it's in. Yeah, it's. I don't fancy being stuck in that suit of armour.
We get claustrophobic in it.
No, it's more like it jams up a few times. I don't exactly want to walk around like. You know what I mean? I don't know how to walk around, man.
Someone here's pull a car. Well, pull a car's not the same. I want to lift a car. If I've got a magnet that'll pull a ton, I reckon I can find a car with no engine in it, which will weigh just under a ton. And I think that'd be a really interesting test.
You've got a car if you want it, mate. Actually, no, you're not using mine.
No, because we're going to have to put a big, thick metal plate to the roof or we bolt it to it. But I think I know where I can do that. Now, that would be interesting.
Now, that would be a test.
Yes, we are late today, but the Manchester Magnet Men had their raffle up for their appeal for the little girl, Jason's daughter, who's ill at the moment. So I didn't want to impose on that, so we've run late tonight. Let's have a look.
Yeah, we've got hashtag free the Red Bull. Magnet. If you haven't seen that, head over to Magnetic Max, so you understand what's all going on over there.
I agree with that. Every magnet is different. It's your personal choice. Me, it's clamp magnets all the way. Single-sided are for lifting. They're not for fishing. That's my opinion, anyway. So, time to get one of those magnets and use it. Junkyard. Yeah, it would be. Yeah, lower one of them down. The cables are never long enough, though.
Okay, here's some. How many beasts would it take to pick up a car? Do you think that's from Rusty Nuts?
Ooh, that's a difficult one. The biggest problem is with any magnet, it doesn't matter whose magnet it is. A car is thin. The metal on them is thin, and we all know for high power magnets you need thicker metal for penetration. So I don't know. If you used to bolt massive plates onto the side of it, you could do one at each corner, and they are possibly, yes, it would lift it. But the problem is it's something thick. There's nothing on a car nowadays, on a modern vehicle, which is thick enough to lift it with. You get a good old classic American cars where them bumpers weigh about half a ton. They're good thick metal, but there's nothing really on them where you could lift it.
Here you go from Terry. I have wanted to see a mini car pulled with a magnet for years. Keep waiting for one to end up in the canal. Serves me enough car parts full. Strangely enough, Terry, I do have a mini, but Nigel's going nowhere near it.
It won't let me push it in the canal.
No, I'm not throwing it in the canal. You're going nowhere near it for the full test. No. It's my nice and shiny baby.
I think it'd be good with a suit of armour though, Dan. If we could lift you off the floor with it.
Actually, I would. If you could find a suit of armour, because I don't think I would be allowed to. If you could find a suit of armour, I'll do it. Deal. There we go. I would actually do it.
How about I'll just get you some steel pants or something?
I'm up for that. Do it. Let's do it. Do it. I'm up for it.
So,
I said YouTube, so I have to stick with
well,
it.
the thing is, at the end of the day, you don't weigh 500 kilos. And we'd only lift you like just off the floor.
It'd be funny for YouTube.
Yeah, but I think it'd be a bit dangerous, and I don't think we should do that.
Actually, I have to agree with that as well.
Because when the magnet comes off the plate you're standing on, it could have some pretty nasty consequences.
It could, because two magnets were side by side, and they went, yeah, actually, don't. We're not going to do it. Because I don't fancy losing a lip.
How about pulling a Sherman tank? There'd be one hell of a magnet that does that. Yeah, that needs a collab of people. Right, I'm just trying to catch one comments. Do apologise. Blimey, I've only just got down to the mini.
Yeah, see, I'm seeing all these.
Yeah, pulling a car, like I say, once it gets moving, it is quite easy. Just that initial getting it moving, I don't think it'd be a massive issue, to be honest with you. But lifting it off the floor, you're not lifting off Thunderbird with any beast. Tin Man Dan.
Mate, I'm getting so many nicknames now since I started YouTube.
Yeah, but like I say, pulling cars is not the same. Now, lifting cars, now that's where it gets interesting, but you need some pretty good equipment for that, and I know just the man that has. I would do the suit of armour with me peaky cap on, the metal helmet. Oh dear. Yeah, 50 ton for a Sherman, that's going to be quite a few magnets.
Mm. To be honest, I wouldn't. No, out of the canal. No, I'm not going in the canal for the suit of armour. I would drown.
If you pull him up, it would be a total Monty Python moment. Oh dear.
It's just flesh wound.
Oh, that'd be interesting. Yeah, so I think some crazy things coming. We're going to be doing a lot of magnet messing. I think we're going to have a go at that. Let's have a bit of fun. Let's mess around with some magnets. Let's just do something completely outrageous. Like I say, I know just the man with all the equipment. If it can lift a flipping 20-ton lorry, believe me, it can lift whatever one of these magnets can. So we're going to have a bit of fun. I'm going to go and speak to him next week, and we're going to get a pull meter. We'll get a 5-ton one, and we'll start having a play.
I'm not even going to read that. No, I have no reason at all. I have fun.
Oh, brilliant.
Never have a bit of fun.
It's a shame you're out this weekend, Dan. Because you could have had a go with that.
What?
If we were out this weekend, you could have had a go with that. I'm still just so undecided with it. I mean, it might be amazing. What I'm going to do, I think
I'm going to leave this weekend for now. So.
Steve, leave it out, please.
No. Steve! No!
He's read it. Oh dear. See, look, he's lowering the tone a bit. You know what it is, don't you? It's because we're past the 10 o'clock watershed.
Yeah.
So the crudeness has started.
My nan's on here now, so behave, Steve. My nan's on here now.
So, anyone else got any ideas what they want us to do? Testing a magnet. Like I say, it's not a competition to see what's best. It's a show to prove that they do what they say on the packet.
Let's guess. Right? I'm waiting for the comment to say, Dan does this.
Well, that's your fan base.
If anything comes up that involves me, I would actually do it because I'm more of the daredevil things. So I will perfectly up that. Yeah.
Dan, are you warm enough in the shed?
No, I'm cold.
So's my coffee as well.
I'm absolutely freezing. Now the heater's decided to pack up now.
Well, everyone keeps saying about putting the heating on, but it's too early in the year to put the heating on. Cost me money.
Here's another one from Graham. What magnet are you testing?
What are you testing? We're testing that one. The Barbarian for Magnetar. It's €180, which is that one. And then you have to buy the protective sleeve for it. So when it's bolted on there, that's the protective sleeve. And yeah, it's a single-sided with a difference because it's magnetic on the bottom, it's magnetic on the top, and it's magnetic on the sides. And even when it's in the box, where's the box? Well, I've chucked it down here, right? So we'll take that cover off it. We'll put it back in the box. As you can see, there's quite a lot of packaging in there. And we'll get this knife and just show you that it just sticks, even through the packaging. There we go. As you can see, even with the packaging, it still sticks. So, like I say, I first took it out of there, and when I first took it out, it literally gripped onto my belt buckle. Like no tomorrow. And the knife I'd opened the box with, it literally dragged it across the side. Unbelievable, the power of it.
Yeah, I'm being quiet because anything I say now is just, I'll just say it for the video.
So, let's have a look what we've got now. What have we got here? Good blimey, the comments are coming thick and fast today.
Apparently,
Go on, you carry on.
now apparently I need warming up.
I've told you to set fire to the shed, but you weren't up for it.
Not setting fire to the shed. No, I think I'll get absolutely told off.
No heat till after trick or treat. There we go, there's a good way of looking at it. Thanks.
Oh, look what Steve started now. Another person said the same thing now. Jeez.
What's that?
You know what he said earlier.
Yeah.
It's about me piercing somewhere. No.
Stick them to a bridge and swing across the canal. Oh my god. Let's have a look. Yeah, that came from via DHL. I mean, but you want to see the size of the box it came in, because that was in one box, but the box that it came in was huge. Try and pull a bus full of magnets.
No, magnets.
Pulling buses. Yeah, most buses are aluminium though. They're all done for lightweight because of their size.
I've got an electric heater down here, Terry, but it seems to have packed up. It's one of the oil ones, so it needs to. I really could not be asked waiting, to be honest. So I'm just going to be cold and alone in the shed.
I don't know. We'll see. We're going to try it. We're going to try it at the weekend. I've got a couple of things I want to try it with. I can't do a comparison to another magnet because there is really nothing like it, and you know, it's not all about, like I say, it's not about naming and shaming different companies. It's not about saying one's better than the other. It's just to say, yes, it does what it's saying it's going to do. You know, because there's some good companies out there, and to be honest with you, there's far too much bickering amongst the groups at the moment between people putting other companies down, and this one's better than this one. You know, in all fairness, who cares? Get what you want. Get what you actually like. It's not, you know, a magnet recommendation shouldn't come with a discount code, in my opinion. But you know, but there's too much of that going on, and that's why I just want to get these magnets, do a test. And it's not to say yours is better than theirs or theirs is better. It's all about just going on there, trying them all out, and saying that does what it says it does. That does what it says, and that's all it's about, you know. And I think it's to give a completely non-biased opinion, because I mean, it makes no difference to me. I've said with anything, I use the Beast because I believe it's still the best magnet. If another one comes along and I think it's better, then it's goodbye. Because me, it's all about the experience. It's all about the fishing. It doesn't matter who supplies it. I'm not going to lose sleep over it because somebody says theirs is better. For me, I wouldn't change from the Beast to the 550 Pro, because at that sort of power, you ain't going to notice the difference. I know people that have got both, and as Nick said on here earlier, he's tried both, he's got both, and they're as good as each other. You're not going to notice 50 kilos at 500, believe me. So, you know, but there's too much competition at the moment, and well, it's boring, to be honest with you. It needs to stop. There's just no need for it, to be honest with you.
Since I got the Beast has got me into trouble 2 weeks in a row, Monday. I cannot believe that. But yeah, it's a troublemaker, to be honest.
No, that's me apparently.
No, you're the troublemaker.
Yeah, I know. Trouble follows me. Where's the cider tonight? We went for the coffee tonight. What have we got then? That's it. Well, that's what it should be. There shouldn't be any fighting between magnet companies. I mean, blimey, it's not like the Crown Jewels, is it? It's not like anyone found Tutankhamun's brother's tomb. There doesn't need to be one better. Everyone just needs to get on and, you know, just get on, get your own thing. It is all about personal preference. You're right, Graham. Definitely is about preference.
Here's a question here, Nigel, and I have actually seen these. Neil Foster, I think it's good evening, or I'm a newbie, and I have a possible stupid question. But
don't worry, Dan has them all the time.
Why are fishing magnets always round? Would you not get a better surface area if it was square or rectangle?
Yes, you would get a better surface area, but when you're dragging it, the idea of the round ones, they roll much easier. A square one would step over like a brick. It would have to roll over, and you wouldn't get the same roll. With a clamp, for instance, it will go down on the side, generally the round side of it, which then gives you two sides to pull on. So, I mean, somebody does a cone one, can't quite get the concept of the cone one. You've seen that one, haven't you? It's shaped like a cone. So
I've tried a cone.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like anything, to be honest with you. Until you've tried it, you can't really say. And that's why I got in touch with Magtar about this, because I'm intrigued by it. You know, I like things that are different. You know, and that's what it's all about. I can't knock any company, because I wouldn't put a company down that I've never tried their magnets, and to be honest with you, I wouldn't publicly do it either. I'd probably send them an email and tell them my disappointment in it, but I'm not in the game to go on here and say, I've tried your magnet, this magnet from this company, it's absolute crap, don't buy it. Well, that's disrespectful. You know, it's always better to message them privately. You know, everyone can learn and make their own opinions on something. I mean, there's a couple of companies out there that, yes, they exaggerate the figures, but a lot of people have bought them and they're happy with them. And that's what it's all about, whether you're happy with them. If you want magnets where you know they do exactly what they're saying they do, they are going to come at a higher price. You know, for the better magnets from the bigger companies, they will come at a higher price, but you get what you pay for. And some people that just purely can't afford it, they've bought the cheap ones and they're happy with it, and that's all that matters. You know, they don't need people on the group saying, "Duh, you've bought a load of crap on that." This doesn't matter. So this is the problem. It is too much of a competition at the moment, you know. And the other thing is, if someone says it's good, they don't need someone else telling them it's not good, because I believe that you can only criticise a company if you've actually used their product, and you can only criticise it if these are equally matched products. You can't pick one at one end of the spectrum, one at the other, and say, "Oh, theirs is rubbish." Have you ever used it? No. How do you know it's rubbish? Someone said. There, it's all hearsay. It's all so-so. Yeah, that does sort of annoys me. That does, and that's why I want to basically do it myself. I've got my own opinions then. You know, and I'll share them with you, and if one's better than the other, I will say it's better, but it's within the specs that they said it was. You know, and that was the whole point of doing the test. You know, not everybody wanted to get involved in it. Well, that's their choice. I'm not going to diss them or disrespect them for it. It's completely their choice. So, yeah, you're right. I must admit that it all does depend on where you're going. It doesn't. All areas are different, and same as that. And the thing is with magnets, trying to test them in the water. You won't get a good test in the water at a canal, because you will never replicate the same thing twice in the water. And that's why the way I'm planning on doing it is with machinery, with the same metal weight in the same thing, everything will be marked, and that's the only fair way of doing it, because you will never get the same condition twice. You can put it on the same thing and drag it and say, "Oh, this one dragged further." One little knobble in the ground is enough to change the test, and that's why it's got to be done in a completely non-man controlled way by machinery, because it will always be the same.
I mean, personally, I think the single-sided magnets will do a lot more better than the double-sided ones. The double-sided ones are mainly just for dragging purposes. So
yeah, singles are lifting magnets, mate. If you want to fish off a bridge, single is your best option, 100%.
But it's like, if you're thinking of like doing like canals or anything like that, use a double-sided magnet, not single-sided. Because think about it, if a single-sided magnet is going through the water, it's just going to pull. If anything's in front of that, it wouldn't get stuck to it, and it'll get separated out from the outside. If you have a double-sided magnet spinning in the water, every single direction, you put up.
The Essex boys went out today, 10 degrees, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Wait till the winter comes, mate, where you've got to break the ice. That's another reason for a big magnet. Breaking the ice so you can get to the water. Now that's real fishing. That hurts, though. I've got to admit, after a while it does hurt. Stick to 10 on the pedal bar. Yeah, Glenn, I know you'd be up for it, because you, well, probably would myself, would probably ever go, but I don't know where we're going to get a suit of armour where they ain't going to mind it getting a bit scratched up. I don't think it'll be a real one.
I'm game. I'm up for it. I'm up for doing a suit of armour.
Many years ago, they did an advert where they glued somebody to a crane and they lifted them up on a crane. So if you get a metal plate with a couple of hand grips, right, and a couple of footrests, could try that.
The only problem is with that is if the magnets slip, mate.
Yeah, but be behind a plate, it'll never hit you. The plate will probably land on you if you fell off, but I mean, I don't know. I'm not going to go crazy. Safety first, risk assessment. I won't do it, but Dan will.
Here's one from Max Magnetic Adventures. I've just got the 300X from Online Magnets. What's your opinion of it?
My opinion of it? Don't know, I've never tried one. No, I think it'd be good. I mean, I had a quick play with the 250, same again. I gave them away, I didn't try it. I mean, if the Beast and the 200 anything go by, which I've got both of them, Dan's got both of them. 200, fantastic magnet. The Beast, fantastic magnet. With that one, it's smaller than the Beast, but it's bigger than the 200. So obviously, I believe the figures. I don't. but I've never tried one. But there is a lot of people that have been using them and they're absolutely loving that magnet because it's sort of a bit of intermediate. It's not too heavy. That's the other thing. The beast is heavy. You feel it. It's hard work, but worth every ache and pain on the Monday.
I think if there's anything to go by from its like counterpart, the 200, then because at the start there was just the 200 double-sided and then the 500 single double-sided. If there's anything to go by, it will be the same as the 200. Because the 200 was classed as a mini beast, wasn't it? At the start, everything 200 they classed as a mini beast. So surely the 300 will be exactly the same.
So yeah, I believe it'll be a good magnet. It's like anything. You know, we all know there's two companies in the UK, two major companies, the main competitors. They both produce great products. You know, it's just obviously it's like anything. Business is business. I think some people push a little bit too hard, but you know, everyone's entitled to their own opinion. But I wish people's opinions would be of personal use. I'd rather have an opinion for someone that's used both rather than assuming that one's better than the other. You know, because that's not fair in any way to either company. I've seen so many spats lately. So there's just no need for it. I'm getting a little bored, and that's why I just want to show everyone that these magnets do what they say, and then it is down to your own preference.
I saw a comment earlier saying this is starting to turn into a jackass movie.
Yeah, well, nothing wrong with that. They were very popular, them movies were.
Yeah.
Well, the magnets, Whitewell is there, what will be the benchmark test and the magnet test it against. It's not so much an against, but I will be putting them in different categories between clamp, single-sided. There's a few magnets that I haven't approached because we all clearly know they're not going to meet the grade. The classic ones from eBay, they're just not going to cut it. You know, so in my opinion, I wanted to put the beast up against the 550 Pro, and it's not to diss either companies, it's more to stop all the arguments, to show if one does 550 and the other does 500, then they've done exactly what they say. You know, and believe me, if you're never going to lift 500 kilos, let's put it that way, nobody on here will lift 500 kilos. No. You know, not and drag it across, lift it out of the water, but you know, that's what its release rate is. It may be ideal on a perfect thick bit of metal, weighing a ton, it will release at 500, fine. Wet rusty metal, the gal changes completely. So
I would say, Nigel, when you do your test, do it on clean metal and rusty metal and see how it goes then. I don't know if you agree with me on that. I'm just thinking it will be a more solid benchmark test then as well.
Yeah, it will show the differences, but obviously all the tests what are done on all these magnets by all the companies, they're all done on clean metal. They're not going to want to do it on rusty metal.
Yeah, but you're not going to get rusty metal in the canal. You wouldn't get clean metal in the canal. It's very rare to get that.
By Glenn, Nick, and anyone else that's leaving.
I'm just thinking it's an idea to go by. If you know what I mean. Well, it's totally up to you, mate. But it's just an idea I had. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you're doing it on clean metal, surely that will show the strength of it. But then it would also, on rusty metal, show the strength of what it's like.
Yeah.
When you
just give you an idea that you'll probably find they're both going to release it exactly the same. You know, I want to put the Dockbuster up against Gravity just to get an idea, you know. And it's not, like I say, it's not about putting companies down. It's about showing they do what they say they are. It's completely impartial to say, yes, it does what it wants to do.
Here we go, Nigel. Question for you from Elizabeth. Nigel, question: are you allowed to magnet fish in Reading? In brackets, there's a river going through back of town centre by the bridge and restaurant.
I don't know, hang on a minute. I'm trying to get to that comment.
Have you not got it's an automatic?
Hey? No, I've adjusted this light so I get good lighting, and to be honest, it's too bright.
Yeah.
There we go, that's better.
There we go. I've got someone else agreeing with me here from Alaskan. I I can't say the name, but they said, I agree, yes, rusty metal and clean metal, 2 different levels.
That's better. Sorry, my eyes are blurring. I can't see. It's getting too late. Let's have a look. Right, okay. I'm actually got to that comment you just read out now.
Yeah. It was just an idea I had, Nigel, about having rusty and clean. It's, you know, it'll be 2 different levels and it'll show that.
Yeah. Anywhere you can fish, unless it's on private ground, and then you need to get permission. There is an old bylaw that says you can't, but it's never enforced. And I think it's believed to be a £25 fine, but it's never enforced. Just obviously, if it's private ground, you've got to get yourself permission first.
Definitely.
Still looking for my honey hole. There's one out there for everybody. It's just a case of finding it. But yeah, I think all magnets will probably release off metal at the same sort of rusty metal at about the same rate, because that's the way it is. But we'll see. But I believe surface contact area, anything like that, is what's going to make the difference. What's some of the important do's and don'ts of magnet fishing? If you're fishing over a metal bridge, don't trap your fingers between the blooming railings and the magnet. That's a definite, because that hurts.
And don't under a metal bridge.
Well, if you fish under a metal bridge, don't throw it too high.
Yeah.
Gloves, yes, definitely important. Rubbish bags, bagging up the general rubbish as well. You know, because you will find that at some places you will really, you will pick up a lot of plastic. It will come up with the magnetic stuff, so it's always good. Bag it up.
And put the metal in a tidy pile and call the scrap man immediately to get that scrap collected.
That's it. You've got to do that. You know, if you want to continue doing it, and you don't want people having to go at you when you get your fines, don't leave them on the path.
Yeah, don't leave them scattered at the front of the path, because if someone trips over, that's your fault. If you're going to be doing magnet fishing, don't leave it at the centre. Grab a carrier bag, wait like that. Tidy up, put it in a bag, put it by a bin, or if it's something big, just put it aside, call up a scrapman immediately. Sure, there's a load of scrapman now. There's even a Facebook page. I'm trying to think, what is it? Dippers and Scrappers, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a Facebook page. Yeah, called Dippers and Scrappers. You know, they've got names all over the country, so no matter where you are, there's no excuse for someone not to clear up their mess. So, and if you live if you live in the area, make sure you go down there, make sure the scrap has been collected. We always bring a brush along with us to clean up the towpath. Usually, we clean up the towpath cleaner than when we turned up, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, place we go, as you saw in the last video, somebody pulling out an artillery shell and dumping it on the side. I mean, just
stupid.
If there's something you're not sure about, put it on a group, ask the question. Try and avoid the groups that say it's something, a sex toy, or hit it with a hammer, because they're not giving sensible advice and they're just wasting time. Put it on the Northants page, because I don't stand for rubbish like that. Anyone that starts posting things like that, it will get deleted. You get one chance. Once you've took that chance, you're gone. It's as simple as that. We're here to give good advice to each other, not to come up with stupid comments, which some groups are riddled with, to be honest with you. I personally do not go on those groups anymore, because yeah, I mean, we're trying to get this thing a good name, but comments like that, you know, one day somebody will listen, they will hit it, you know, and that will just cause a whole lot of trouble. So
someone came the other day, I think somebody, I'm not mentioning names, but somebody watches videos, came up to me the other day and says that one of his best friends turned around and says that we hit hand grenades and we drop them. I'm sorry, but just to clarify, if the person is watching this video, we do not hit hand grenades. That is a stupid thing to do. As soon as a hand grenade comes up, you do not touch it. Never, even if you suspect it's a hand grenade. Never, ever hit a hand grenade. Just put it into it. If you're suspecting it's a grenade, put it in a bucket of water. Don't double down. Don't try and figure out whether to clean it or not. Stick it in a bucket of water, put it to one side, and call the police or bomb squad. They will be kind enough to actually come down, and they will tell you if it is what it isn't. If it turns out it's not, then at the end of the day, you've done the right thing. You wasn't sure, you had to check. If it did, you've probably just saved your own life and many people around you.
But they will blow your bucket up.
Yeah, just make sure you got a spare bucket with you.
Someone's here. What we're there. People are still fishing the Arrestable Bridge in Leicester. Could you make people aware of it, please? As I can't yet, if that's okay. So, yes. Leicester, where 2 people were arrested for phoning in a grenade. Just been made aware that people are still fishing it. So, I think that just proves that somebody was there at the wrong time on the wrong day when somebody was having a bad day. Because if it's okay for other people to still fish there when apparently they were warned not to fish there, well, that just shows you what a mockery it is. Because if they're not meant to fish that area, why are they still allowing people to do it? Why isn't there signs up there saying you can't do it? Why isn't they come forward to local Leicester groups and said, do not fish at this bridge? So it is a bit of a joke how some people have got arrested, but others still continue to do it. That doesn't make any sense.
It's glory hunters. If they know there's grenades there, people will go there to personally find a grenade.
I think the police are doing a terrible job. How can they arrest 2 people then let other people fish there? Why have they not put any signs on there? Why are they not doing anything? And this is the whole mockery of it. Yeah. Now, obviously, what happened, the right thing was done. It was phoned in. You know, it wasn't just left. It could have quite easily been tossed in. Somebody else could have found it. They could have done something with it. It could have caused problems. I can't see what the police's problem is for doing the right thing. I understand if they weren't doing the right thing, but they were. And if they weren't supposed to be there, why are they allowing people now to still do it? You know, so it doesn't make any sense, really.
Hey, look, someone's just a guy from New York. Hello?
Well, obviously someone didn't know like what I was saying because they gave me a thumbs down. Well, I don't actually care. You know, if the truth hurts, it hurts. But the police really need to get some clarity on, can you fish on that bridge or can't you fish on that bridge, in my opinion. So, there's the choice.
Sweet is. If
All right,
someone
Phil.
pulls out a grenade, you just don't go back to it. Simple. Simple, really, isn't it?
Don't stick a magnet on the inside of your car, it's hard to get off. Oh dear. Oh, I don't know, but crazy night. So yeah, like I say, a bit later than usual, but we just thought we'd come on and say hello.
Excuse for the arrest. Well,
I don't know what you got to. I'm hundreds of comments behind. What was that one, mate?
Public nuisance for the arrest, apparently. That was their excuse.
Right, okay. So, public nuisance. Okay, well, yeah, so you found that you did the right thing and you're being classed as a public nuisance. So, if somebody else finds another one and they phone in, will they get arrested as well? But if they're going to get arrested, what are they going to say then? It's public nuisance. Well, maybe they should be down there putting signs up, telling people not to fish there. If it's such a problem, they should be telling you, not just saying, we told you. It's just not right, to be honest with you.
Yeah, here we go. Here's another one from Graham. Leicestershire County Council to dredge that part of the canal and get rid of all of the wartime boards. Simple.
Well, that's it, yeah. It would definitely help if they did.
Yeah. Personally, I wouldn't even like to find a hand grenade. I've not found one. Lucky enough, I've not found one. But from your experience and Nigel as well, from many other magnet fishing, if you find a grenade, it's probably a really good feeling, but at the same time you're thinking, no, this is something bad.
I've got to turn this light off, it's giving me an headache. Here, carry on.
Yeah, literally at the end of the day, it's just...
It's better.
It's one thing you do not want to find magnet fishing, is a grenade. It's a good high, but then you've got to think about it, something you're not able to...
It's a bit worse than that. Do you remember that one I dropped?
Yeah.
And that wasn't, I dropped it just for the sake of drop. It actually came off my magnet, bounced on the concrete floor and rolled back in. That was before I started doing YouTube. It wasn't very nice, let's put it that way. Yeah, I did see that one about someone that took it into work.
Someone's just said, can I ask what you guys did with the mystery dagger? That was cool.
With the what? Sorry, mystery dagger?
Yes, that's from Melissa. I'm going to mess someone's name up today. I apologise if I so messed your name up. I'm not good at names at all. As you know from the
Mystery
video,
Dagger.
I am definitely not good at names.
Which one? Mystery Dagger, which one? Would that be the...
What video is that?
Don't know. It's the one where... It's in Birmingham. We're talking about the one with the twisty blade. The unusual one. If it's that one, I cleaned it up and it is now a letter opener. That's what I use it for. It's a bit excessive for a letter opener, but it seems to work.
Dude, Bleed's magnet fish for evidence. Well, it seems like we're sort of fishing for evidence at times, don't it?
You'd think they would, wouldn't you?
I know that they...
It'd be
I know
cheaper than
it's
putting a
fine, but-
diver in there all the time. If they're looking for a knife or a gun, it would be easier.
And a curved blade. Have you got it near you now?
I think so, yeah. Oh, let's have a look. Hang, bear with me.
To be honest, I've found some weird objects, and when you pull them up, it's mainly just like iron slag from like the cowboys and all that. I think that's what I mean. Animal. This thing. Rusty nuts. No, I think they probably will start soon though, magnet fishing, but I'm not sure. Is he gone? Has he disappeared? Whatever happened to him? No, we didn't catch the person. That's,
Not sure where it is, to be honest with you. I've got your mate, though.
What's that? Oh wow.
It's Dan's
Who
mate.
thinks I should do some more restoration videos for the channel?
Yeah, I think
Honest opinion.
you should restore a granny.
Have we saw Granny? No, I'm asking the comments here now. Like, I'm asking you guys. Do you want to see more restoration vids on the channel? I can do them. It's when and if Nigel finds the stuff that can be restored. But do you guys want to see some?
A machine gun.
No, I'm not restoring. No, no. Jeez, man.
No, I don't know where that dagger's gone. No, I suppose the wife's hid it away somewhere. I used to use it as a letter opener, but I have still got it. So.
Oh God.
We'll
Here we go. I've got this.
Sorry.
The people that are new to the channel, I restored this that Nigel found, and I've still got it. I'm waiting for someone to turn up and say now. I keep showing this off, and I've still got it in here. But yeah, I restored this. It's one of the latest videos. So yeah, and it's cold. Freezing, man.
Yeah, the curved knife was interesting. It was different. You can see someone really has tried to sharpen it up and not done a very good job. Nigel vanishes and Dan notices 3 minutes later. Oh, I don't know.
I don't need to restore another parking meter. I made one for Scott Harwood.
Parking meter. Yeah, I might chuck a parking meter at him. I've got plenty of them.
I won't mind doing an older one though.
Yeah, I've brought another one of them back because the badges are much better on that for the one that I was restoring. But would the Wych Street Park Lake be any good? I have actually thought about that. I did actually think about that. Could it be? But I don't think we're going to get permission. I was invited to go to a clean-up tomorrow in a park, but I've got too much on this weekend. There's stream and like running through it and that. I wanted to know if I wanted to go magnet fishing. It was a really nice offer, but unfortunately I can't do tomorrow. It's something different, you know. It's for the local community. It's a good clean-up operation. So yeah, maybe next time.
I mean, if you can't make it, I could try. Yeah, depends what time.
Tomorrow. That's about all I know.
Is it?
Yeah, because I couldn't really do it. I think it's tomorrow morning.
Oh no, I'm at work.
Count on the BT cash boxes. Oh dear. Over 100. Definitely over 100 now. It's probably under the wife's pillow. I don't think it'd be under the pillow. It'd be probably more in my throat. My local pub is full of those tables. Yeah, but they're not painted up like Dan's one.
No, I mean, I love restoring objects. I just love restoring stuff. And currently, me just sat here at the minute, not able to go out fishing an ideal, down to reasons. It's just going to keep my mind completely busy, but that's what I need it.
Yep.
And I saw Rusty saying Dan needs to get behind the magnets. Well, yeah, I got on the magnets. I'm still doing it. I'm doing it with my mates. I'm doing it, but you know, Dan's things in travel at the minute. I can't go out to places where Nigel's going. So keep an eye out for that, and I will be back out.
Steve reckons we should do a clothing test. So if I get you some waterproofs, can I attack you with a steam cleaner to see if you get wet?
Wait, clothing test? What do you mean?
Yeah, winter clothing, because winter's coming. Some waterproof.
Well, if you paid, mate, I'll test. Yeah.
Yeah, like you can stand there while I pressure wash you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, let's do it.
We won't do. Your cat's making noises, funny noises again. We won't do industrial tester because it might sting a little bit.
Mate, I've been hit with a jet washer before, to be honest.
They hurt. They sting.
I've done some crazy stuff, to be honest. You know, one of them metal trays.
Sorry?
Been hit with metal tray. You know, one of them metal trays. One of my mates thought it's funny for me to actually hit me with one of them before.
Yeah. Do you sell the scrap what you find? No, I've never sold. I've given loads of stuff away, to be honest with you, because I get too much. Every week I get too much. So, you know, it's one of them things that quite often people walk by and they're looking at something and say, oh, that's really good. And I'll say, take it. You know, because it's just a bit less to worry about. And if somebody can repurpose something, it's always the best way.
I ain't got Facebook either, mate. How can I contact you? Can you send me your number somehow? That's from Gypsy King. I think we have an email address.
I ain't even got down there. I can't keep up with the comments tonight. Right, there we go.
Okay, Mark, don't you keep your... it's gone now. It's gone. It's gone. There we go. Don't you keep your prizes that you keep in display thing? Well, I do.
I'd get disowned.
Actually, I've got some. I've got all on the side here. I've got this old Coke can was found in London.
It was.
Ring ball.
I've got the older one. That's in a drawer. I have a rather large drawer with all the interesting finds in. But
so that has maximum content 11.5 imperial fluid units. So.
Yep. So like that. Knives are all in a drawer, and the bigger stuff is in the garage. So yeah, I've not really got. I've got a few things. I've got a bucket full of jewellery that's mixed between silver, gold plate, cubic zirconia, and just costume stuff. But a lot of interesting stuff in there. That's all in a bucket. Money, I've got a box with it in. I gave all the UK money that I'd found. That all went to Steve, which went in his collection bucket for the Manchester Magnet Men. So that's all gone. So I've got things in various places, but I don't have a lot of time, unfortunately, with everything going on.
What year is the Coke can there?
That one is 70s, I believe.
Yeah. Here we go, Graham. 100 likes to get down jet wash. No, let's do it. Come on. Let's do it.
Have any bicycles or motorcycle ever been? I've never restored them. The main problem is, because I travel so far all the time, I can't put a motorbike in my car. And to be honest with you, most of them are stolen as well. So it's not the sort of thing you want to get caught with, even though they're really old and no use whatsoever. They do theoretically still belong to an insurance company somewhere. I would like to do an old two-stroke motorbike, but it's never find anything that's in complete enough condition. So
there's one thing I can't answer this one. How does your partner react to your finds?
Yeah, she thinks it's great. No, actually, she hates it. When I bring something new, some things she found interesting. She did actually restore that bridge stein that I've got. I've got Gallows Hill Bridge.
I enjoy being on my own. And you go out fishing and that. The only problem is, my mum, my dad, my stepdad, and my brother all hate the fact they call me a river gypsy. So yeah, I have to deal with that.
I'm sure they've called you worse. So
They
yeah,
have, but
I can't.
it's on YouTube.
I am planning to do a display wall in my garage. That's what I'm planning on doing. I've got a lot of stuff in there I need to get rid of. So I've got a skip coming in the next couple of weeks. I'm going to clear it all out, and I'm planning on doing a display wall. And I'm going to actually display my best finds on there. So when that's done, I'll get a picture of it.
I'm currently doing that at the minute.
If you kept it all, you'd need a spare house. I'd need a warehouse. The amount of stuff we pulled out, yeah, it'd be too much. So
What's the oldest thing you pulled out now? Cannonball.
see, it's still got to be that cannonball. Oh, this chair's uncomfortable. Definitely.
Cannonball. Cannonball.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's older?
Hey?
Cannonball's older, right?
Yeah, it's got to be the cannonball. Cannonball's definitely got to be the oldest thing I found, because we know what castle it came from, and it was the castle where Mary Queen of Scots was beheaded, and that was down years ago. That's been down so long now, so we know it's got to be old.
Very much which one? Yes, but you were our river gypsy, and we love you.
Ah, the money I put in his bucket contained hundreds of pins too. That was from Brent.
Oh, was great, yeah.
Yeah, because you never came down to that bridge, Steve, because I think me and Shirley went in the end, because I think you got going, she's got a long drive back. But that bridge, that's where the London 2012 Olympics thing went, what Dan's got, which I gave to Dan. And that was really, oh, the pins in there, unbelievable. Every pull, there's thousands of dressmakers pins on there.
Yeah, well, I've got over it. There we go.
There we go. So yeah, the post, London 2012, that's where that came from. And every single pull. Oh, I don't think I'd want to put the magnetar in there. I think that could be quite messy, to be honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I must admit, the amount of knives in the waterways is absolutely terrible. You know, because you might find the odd one will fall off a boat, but there's just so many, it's unbelievable.
This shed is starting to turn into like a find collection in here. I've got all my finds in here.
Here's one for you. How many buckets have you lost, Nigel and Dan? Dan's not lost any, because he never takes a bucket. They're always my buckets.
Yeah, I always use it. I always carry it around in the bag.
Yes, you
We've
are.
lost one.
You are
We
our
can't-
river gypsy. It's my son Ethan. Just walked into the room. He must be running out of beer.
Yeah.
Hi.
Hello, Ethan.
Hi, Daniel. How are you?
I'm good. You on Xbox later after this?
No.
Oh, how dare you say that?
You'll have to do what you normally do. You'll have to play with yourself. Trust you to twist it. A bucket sponsor, yeah. I like them collapsible buckets though, because I carry so much stuff with me.
Yeah, get B&M to sponsor.
I mean, yeah, get B&M to sponsor me. But this is going to be another magnet tape. When blooming gravity comes, it's going to be another magnet tape. I'm going to need a bigger trolley. I don't like the big one because there's just not the room for the big trolley in London, because the tow paths are really slim. But it's going to get a bit silly with all these.
Yeah. My mate started calling himself the Padlock King.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, son.
You have to say that, don't you?
Yeah. Here's my other son. Hello, son.
Hi.
I'm feeling important tonight. They're all coming out here. Probably want to go to bed.
Yeah.
You guys see the anti-tank bomb I pulled out? I did see that magnetic pull. Gets you
I saw the video.
gets you a bit twitchy, the first one, doesn't it? I do need a comfort chair. I need like a mastermind chair. I need something really soft.
I swear the shed's moving. I swear that moving behind me.
Damn, you felt the earth move.
Yo.
Has that ever happened before?
Pardon?
Nothing. Oh dear. Scrap my fun too. Make a parking ferry from the parking meters. I want to put one in the garden, but I'm sort of getting a bit of objection towards that. Police brought your bucket back. Mind you, they keep taking mine in London. I can't see them driving back with my bucket. Never been to Wales or Scotland. No, haven't been that far. Should have a direct line to the police. Yeah, I think we've sort of got a contact in another department now, but just don't want to use them for the moment. It's too much emphasis on it. I want to keep out. I want history. I don't want guns. I don't want explosives. I want history. Something interesting.
How do you want history?
Well, the others have just been too common. It's week after week after week, and it's getting boring. You know, and it's getting too noticed, and that's why we deliberately moved to a new area. And what happened? It happened all over again. Oh, it needs to end. I'd love to find a London bus stop sign or a railway station sign. Yeah, I've got a bus stop. I haven't restored yet. I've got one of them in my garage as well. That's also in my pile of things to do. But I've got the slightly earlier one with a bus timetable still on it as well. Obviously the timetable's gone, but I've got the one with the timetable holder. It's actually all the other ones we've been finding there, because you found one of them as well. They're all request or temporary stops, but I've actually got a real one, because that was blooming heavy. That was a really heavy one. That one.
I didn't send it my way. I'll paint it up. I don't mind doing
Yeah, well, when I get my skip and clear the garage out, I'll find it. I'm worried about what I will find in there. I'm going to find so much stuff, it's going to be ridiculous. So, alright, okay, let's catch up then. So I think we'll wrap this up in a minute anyway, because, you know, we don't want to keep everybody up. So,
have you found anything good related to World War II? I have. And I've found a World War I military class. 1910? Yeah, 1910.
I've got one of them as well. I haven't cleaned it up yet. I have. I found some World War II. I found the Zuckerman helmet.
Yeah.
And bloody grenades.
Yeah. No, you actually found the class knife as well.
Yeah. I've got a few things. Yeah, I've got the Zuckerman helmet. That's every time you touch that, a bit more breaks off it. It's so rotten. It's unbelievable.
No way you should restore that back, mate. No way.
There's not enough of it, no.
No.
Son's looking for the pocket money, but they can keep looking. Padlock. There is a lot of padlocks, I must admit. And what gets me is when you find them with keys.
Oh god. There you go. Someone's just said, when is the Dan Wants Big Boom merch label? Right.
You did, I remember, Steve. Yeah, well, you did Derbyworth. I remember, because my beast got stuck on something, and it took everybody there to pull it in, because the rope went through that hook, didn't it, on that big lump of concrete. Fishing in the Channel, yeah. Toilet system from the 1930s. I don't know, no, because I think London Bridge and Tower Bridge are over the Thames, aren't they? And it'd be restricted, I would say. Not only that, it can be quite busy, that water, and the last thing you want to be doing is throwing over a bridge and some boat comes through.
Yeah. I mean, it's very. I think you'll break laws if you fish up that bridge.
Yeah, there's a lot gone on in that bridge. I don't think I'd want to be honest with you. I'll go back and finish down Bethnal Green. I will go back to Bethnal Green, but not for the moment, because too many explosives are coming out that way. And like I say, to have 4 grenades out in 5 weeks, no, I don't want that sort of attention. That's why we've moved on a bit.
Yeah.
So,
is the beast worldwide, Nigel?
Sorry?
Is the beast available worldwide?
Yes, it can be shipped worldwide. You'll need to contact Online Magnets direct. They only send by registered fast postage, so the postage will be quite expensive, but quite a few people in the USA have bought them now. So yes, you can. It's available anywhere you want. Unfortunately, the postage will be high, but very similar to Brute Magnetics when they were in just America. They were available in the UK, but the postage was costing more than the magnet was. Because you looked at them, didn't you, originally? You looked at those as well. But the postage was so expensive on them.
I wouldn't mind actually getting a magnet. I was looking at getting a Beast, but the shipping is what turned me off it.
Yeah, that's the problem. That's what puts you off. But I was fortunate because I didn't pay for the Dotbuster. They sent me that to try out. So the same again, as a normal fishing magnet, it's not very good, but as a lifting magnet, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, so let's have a look. Let's catch up on some of the AA badges. I've never found one, Steve, actually. You can see that, who was it who found one? That was Caithness. I've never found one. So that's something I haven't had. I bet there is a lot of ordnance in the Thames, yeah, definitely.
Someone's just asked, if I give you some petrol money when I'm off work next Sunday or Sunday, please come I get to live to London so I can record my channel.
Unfortunately, no. Because no car sharing. That was clearly made in the government ruling about car sharing is not allowed. Only for work purposes. So it's something that I'm sticking to the rules, you know. We don't want to do all these things, but we have to, you know. The more people listen to the rules, then the better. So I wouldn't have a problem with it normally, but the guideline says no. So unfortunately, Matt, while all this is going on, it can't be done.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I've not been able to get some of the videos with you.
That's why Dan keeps getting on a train.
Yeah.
So yeah, at the moment it is a no. If I go out, I don't give anyone a lift unless it's my son, and we will, you know, if I meet up with people, we will try and keep our own distances, which I know is very difficult in these times. On the footpath, you'll know it is rather busy, and you'll see that we don't face people. I mean, they're not saying about masks being worn in public, but you know, you're entitled to if you want to. But you know, we've all got to do it in our own way. But at the moment, no, unnecessary giving of lifts is not permitted. And I mean, they're getting a lot stricter on these things, and I think they should. I really think that that's something that should be locked down. It's something that people should listen to, because I don't think we'd still be in this position. So sorry, Matt, at the moment it's a no.
And that's one reason why I've not been in most of the videos lately either. Down to I've got no travel or transport, and I use Scobie all the time. But down to all the COVID and all the regulations, I can't physically travel with Nigel. So I have to make my own way to places, which I would love to get back into videos when I want to YouTube on the channel. But just at the minute, it's travel costs and all that. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, but
You can only do what you can do. And I'll tell you what, driving around the country on your own gets pretty boring. It's much better when you've got a dam to wind up.
definitely, yeah.
But
I will be back in the channel. I will be back with full force. It's just at the minute it's just travel costs. I'll have to get a train to London and back again.
unfortunately, that could be another 6 months at this rate.
Could be. Great. That's fun. And you heard about London and being stuck on the watch list now.
Yeah, so was Northamptonshire, so was lots of other places, and that's what needs to be lowered, and that's why people really need to stick to the rules a bit better, so we can just get back to some sort of normality. Have you ever found a troll under any of the bridges? No, but I found quite a few people asleep under bridges.
Yeah. And a lot of weird other stuff under the bridges.
Danco's under bridges.
Get your mini on the road, Dan. Currently, it's getting there. It's
It
just
should only be about another 4 years, and then the 8-year project will be complete.
yeah. I mean, I could drive, just not legally. So, yeah.
Get yourself a really fast motorbike, then you won't have to worry about it.
To be honest, I was looking at a motorbike. I was looking at a Yamaha.
Yeah,
But
it's going to
that's-
take you a while, and I ain't driving that slow, so you can try and keep up.
No, that's yeah.
Oh dear. Right, okay. There we go. Look, Steve, he'll give you lessons now. He didn't say what in, but he'll give you lessons.
I think I might be better off getting a motorbike. It's nice. Catch up with you in London.
Or a teleportation device.
Yeah. Oh, that's the point. We met Magnetic Max under a bridge, didn't we?
Yeah, true. Yeah, that's true actually, and Stephen. Yeah. So
That's,
there is trolls under bridges, you are right.
There is, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, but there was only a little troll there. Steve, Dan wants driving lessons, not boat lessons.
I mean, I wouldn't mind boat lessons, Steve. You know, I might scare, but
You'd get lost.
well, I'll get lost.
Yeah.
I think I wouldn't get lost. It'll be more the fact is you have to constantly go through locks. And there's a place around us that has 13 locks in a row, is there?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, that's the way it
what's
goes.
called?
It'd be good though.
Is it Foxton Locks?
Foxton locks, yeah.
Okay, if anyone wants to know what I'm about, look up on Google Foxton Locks and you'll see what I'm on about. It's the most insane lock thing I've ever seen ever. And we were talking to a couple in their canal boat and they lost a lock key halfway through going through Foxton Locks. Luckily they had a spare one, so yeah.
Where would he keep his magnet on a motorbike? He could put it in his rucksack, but when he goes past lorries, it might drag him off.
Yeah, possibly.
Right, let's get this wrapped up then. Let's have a quick recap. What have we got then? So, Nathy Boy's got his 250 all roped up, ready to go with his 550, the one he won in the raffle. He's the one with the voodoo dolls. So if you feel any excruciating pain, Dan, you know what it might be.
It's been getting cold,
but no problem.
that's
Hope
all.
everybody has received their things now. I mean, the last one I heard about arrived yesterday. Some people's arrived Monday, some arrived Thursday. They all sent first class recording. I'm amazed that it took like 5 days to get there. There is just one person I need to contact. I have sent 2 messages so far and not heard anything back. But I will be contacting again. I've just got one mug. So if you haven't received your mug, send me an email at northantsmagnetfish@gmail.com. You'll know who you are. I'm not going to say who it is. Get in touch with me. I have been trying to get in touch with you. For some reason, I haven't had a reply from you. That's just the one thing I haven't sent. The things that went to America, they've all gone. I've got everything's sent recorded, so they're all trackable. So if you haven't got them, then let me know because I can check against there to see what's going on. But hopefully everybody's happy with what they got. I'm also doing a deal with a local company to me, so the merchandise will be available direct from them. It's on a completely no profit thing to us, but you'll be able to order direct from them. They can ship them direct to you. So if there's anything you want, I'll find out what they're going to do. They put the price on. They are far cheaper than a lot of the merch stores we use, and it is a local company, 2 people, so it's more of a personal thing. The quality of the work, you can see we've got the new tops and that. We've done the ones that meet. The quality is brilliant on them, so that's something we're looking into as well. So I'm going to try and get that organised.
Thank you very much, PJG. Thank you very much. Been a subscriber for a while now. Looking forward to the next vid. Thank you very much.
Next vid, yeah. Next vid, Dan's in the next one. That was there last week. We was out with Magnet Warrior and we was joined by the Essex boys. Haven't met them before. Great bunch of lads. A little bit crazy, but a lot little bit crazy people. But proper Southern boys, aren't they? You know.
Yeah, that
compared
was possibly my best day ever. I wasn't in the camera at all that whole video. I didn't have much luck at all that day.
No, he's chatting at the locals, but you know he kept busy. But
No,
the Essex boys are good, very enthusiastic, still new. If you haven't checked out their channel, head over to Essex Magnet Hunters, like I say, very enthusiastic, good bunch of guys. Check them out. Say Jim, you know about Jim. He don't need no more help. He's doing all right on his own. Bless him. Yeah, forget Jim. There we go. The Essex Magnet's still on here. Yeah, check out their video. You'll see what trouble they caused. Glad it was them for a change. I think they were glad it was them actually.
to be honest, I think it was. I like how, yeah.
But yeah, no, it was a good day. I think we tired them out. I don't think they're used to the amount of fishing and that we do. I think they were looking a bit run down by the end of the day. I know they had an early start and a late finish, but yeah, you know, we like to do a full long day. That's what it's all about, isn't it? Right,
Yes,
let's have a look then. Do you send your own merchandise? No, I don't send it out. I mean, I ain't got enough. I've got enough to do with things, to be honest. That's why I'm trying to get someone local to me, get it organised, and just get them to do it. And like I say, I'm not bothered about anyone about making any money out of it, but I think it'd be great if you wanted to wear it then and things like that. It'd be do that way. It's a proper company, like I say, run by 2 people. I'd rather you dealt with them direct. And, you know, I'm going to sign over the use of my logo so they can put it on things, and you know, it'd be good for all of you. It's not about making profit, it's about having fun, isn't it? So, right.
I wouldn't mind having a North Amps hat. So I might get a hold of them to ask them about if they can do that.
A what?
A North Amps hat.
Beanie for the winter.
Yes. To be honest, I'm really concerned about how are you going to put the GoPro on a beanie.
Easy. I'll self-tap
Is
the camera to my head.
Oh, God.
I'll just put a beanie over my cap.
Actually, that would be quite a good thing. You look like the Robert that way.
I look like a conehead, but you know, might cover this blooming ginger hair, which I'm trying to get back to normal. Right, okay then. So, thanks everyone for joining us. Sorry we were late. You know, I think I have noticed there's a few different people on here, so maybe the late one. We've got some different people joining us we don't normally get, so people from overseas. Sorry if I haven't caught up with all your comments tonight, but you did come in a bit thick and fast. But like I say, so Sunday's video, which is going to be a week on Wednesday for you lot, you're going to see how this performed, the Magnetar, the Barbarian. You're going to see that. We have got more tests coming up of other magnets, not necessarily going to be in the near future, but maybe in a month or so. But I want to get it all done properly. They will all be tests on new magnets, thick metal, all done by machine, because we want to do it that way, have it fair. No, he pulled it harder this time than did last time. And it's not to slander any company, this is all to basically show that the magnets do what they say, and that, you know, if they're all within a little bit, then fine. If one of them fails miserably, then you'll see it on the video. But what we got then?
I'm going to go for it now, Nigel, as well. There's going to be 2 perspectives now. It's going to be yours
Just
and
remember
mine.
to turn it off when you go for a wee.
No, not want to see that.
There we go. So just quick run up here then. Yeah, I got it, Steve. Yeah, that's all sorted. Love my mug. Reminds me of the epic day you organised. Thank you very much. It was an epic day, but it wouldn't have been possible without all of them. Without all of you coming. Cool, blimey. So many comments.
Cool. Thank you very much.
So yeah, everyone is going out the weekend. Have a great weekend. I believe it's going to be a bit cold and windy. Just be safe, be careful, and if you find anything that's likely to go bang, phone it in. You know, it's got to be done. Don't just ignore it.
We have a lot of people in the group that will probably tell you exactly what to do about it. So, yeah. And remember, send us your finds in the group. North Amps Magnet Fishing.
Now, don't send them. Show you pictures of them.
Yeah, show your pictures.
You trying to get me kicked out? I do not want loads of stuff turning up. I've got enough.
No, don't send them. Don't send them. Put them in the group.
Well, if you do, just label the box Dan, and then I can just pass them straight over.
Right. Me or Nigel will be the ones who probably will approve it. So yeah, go ahead. Send us your finds. A safe and fantastic weekend. You just enjoy yourself.
That's it.
Get
so.
out.
Safe
But make
weekend,
sure
everyone. Have fun. I'll see you Sunday, Jim. Nice quiet weekend for a change. Dan, you'll be back out soon. Or whatever you find, just stay safe, everyone. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you very much.